Hello and welcome to the Surprisingly Music Podcast. I'm Trevor.
I'm Taryn.
And we're here to get our license to ill. All right, today we're going to be talking about
This is also the last episode of the podcast.
Oh, we'll just end it there. Today we are talking about the Beastie Boys' 1986 album, License to Ill. I picked this album. Oh, sorry.
I didn't look at what year this album came out, so it kind of makes some of my comments funny.
All your no viewpoint, just going in blind.
Like, I feel like that's how the non-chooser should go into the album.
In a way, yeah.
Like, I don't like it that you researched my bands that I give you.
I usually listen to the album and then do it at the end. I usually redo all the research the day before.
I want you to raw dog what I have to tell you about these bands. This next band that I'm choosing, I have nothing to tell you about them. I've never listened to them.
Okay, then.
I've listened to 2 songs.
Okay, so, let's talk about this one.
Yeah.
So, Beastie Boys, License to Ill. A absolute classic, legendary album. I kind of feel like me choosing this was kind of a cop-out. Like, it felt too
easy to choose.
And I kind of regretted it, but then, like, the last listen I had onto it, I was like, no, fucking rocking out to this.
So this album is overall really interesting to me to listen to because while I'm listening to it, I am both enjoying it, but I hope no one hears me listening to it.
That's exactly the thing.
It's so fucking weird.
Before we get into that, let's talk about who the Beastie Boys are. So I have some notes here.
One thing I want to say, this is current events with the Beastie Boys, as they endorsed Biden to use sabotage at rallies, which they have not done with any political candidate before, is let them use their music.
And we'll talk about how progressive they are here in a bit.
Ooh.
So, This is their debut studio album.
Oh, this is the first?
This is their debut studio album.
Okay.
They did release a single or a couple songs. I don't know if it was an EP or not, like the year before, that actually had some illegal samples in it, so they ended up having to take it down. They used some AC/DC samples.
And then I know they have some like old mixtapes that like got compiled into.
They were a punk like thrash band.
Oh yeah, they had some hardcore punk.
Oh, like hardcore.
They were sitting at the same table as like Black Flag in terms of sound.
Yeah, like they were.
It was some good shit.
They were hard. This is the first rap album to top the Billboard charts ever.
Of course, it went to a bunch of white kids.
I know, you had
from the fucking Bronx.
Yeah. Was it the Bronx or Brooklyn? I think they're from Brooklyn.
I think they're from Manhattan. I think it even says it in one of the songs.
Oh yeah, I am from Manhattan. I'm not a bum. Yeah.
I didn't listen to the album. I don't know.
So the Beastie Boys are Adam Yauch. He's MCA. He died of cancer, R.I.P. So he's dead. The two living ones are Adam Horowitz. Horovitz, I don't know how to pronounce it. He is Ad Rock. And then Michael Diamond is, of course, Mike D. So those are who the Beastie Boys are. They grew up together. They were kids, teenagers. They started the Beastie Boys. I don't know. I think right now they're considered classic rock.
Yeah, I would say.
But they are hip-hop. They are rap.
I feel like the reason they are called classic rock, which I'll get into more as we talk about the album, is because all their biggest songs are rock.
Sabotage, Fight for Your Right.
No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
Yeah, No Sleep Till Brooklyn. Those have like hardcore guitars in them. Well, actually, 2 of those songs are on this album that we'll talk about.
Yeah. Brass Monkey. Brass Monkey definitely does sit on the more hip-hop side, but
that doesn't really have any rock aspects to it. That's a fun song though.
But that is one of their more popular ones.
Yeah, so so that is who the Beastie Boys are. So this is their debut studio album. Legendary producer Rick Rubin. Have you heard of him?
No.
He is legendary. So I went through his body of work because I honestly didn't know very much about him either. He started Def Jam Records.
Okay.
He started it in high school, which is kind of crazy.
That's cool.
And with hip hop and rap, I feel like the producer is a huge part. I mean, look at Kanye West.
I feel like with all music, the
it is, but with
part.
hip hop and rap, because you have sampling and stuff like
Yeah.
that, they're a bigger part because they kind of have a better. They have more influence on the actual, not just the vibe and the sound,
Yeah.
but the literal sound.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, we should sample this track. That would sound good right there. Like that sort of stuff. So Rick Rubin is legendary. He's worked with, I mean, he kind of shot to fame pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. You know, he's worked with Red Hot Chili Peppers. He's worked with I mean, it's hard to say to go through his list.
What an overrated band, but let's keep going.
Yeah. I agree. But yeah, he had a huge influence on this. He was pretty much like a fourth member of the band at this point. He had also worked on their EP before this, or whatever it was. So, yeah, I mean, just let's start it with the cover work. The cover artwork is legendary. The front of the album is the back of a Boeing 727 that has their logo on the tail. And then if you have a CD or a record of it, if you flip it around, it's the front of the plane crashed into the side of a mountain. It's all crumpled up like a joint that's been extinguished. And so that's kind of funny. And it's been copied by Eminem.
Yeah.
On his Kamikaze album. So this is a legendary album.
Yeah.
It was certified diamond. 10 million sales in the U.S. Yeah. 10 million sales in the U.S. I also looked at some of the other countries, how it tracked. Not so well.
Yeah.
Australia was like 62nd on its chart. It didn't get up very high.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. I mean, like, I would say even nowadays, rap still isn't like really the forefront of a lot of other countries, and as much as it is here in America.
Well, and then like you look at like Britain, who's the only other country where I would say they have like they like rap, but they have their own like weird rap. Like who's Stormzy? Never listened to a song of his, but he's huge over there.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're the only country that really has kind of like a like street culture in a way, where like I feel like that.
What you talking about, bruv?
Yeah, don't say that again.
Bruv's love.
But no, like I don't know, like just our street culture is a lot like different to like other like delinquent cultures of other countries and stuff, where it has like a lot more kind of like history and background to it that led up to rap and hip hop being like prominent members of their like what influences like their basically like subset of the country. And
I just want to point out that you put delinquents in quotes and you said that.
Well, it's because that's
how it's viewed though in mainstream. As rap and hip hop has been always viewed as delinquency. Is like if you listen to it, you're a juvenile delinquent.
Yeah, but like it always just changes with the time, because rock was viewed as the same way. Now, like, oh, you listen to like Aerosmith or Led Zeppelin or something, you're cultured, and like that's like how it's viewed nowadays. But like when those bands were, you know, like playing at rock clubs and stuff like that, like, oh, that's where the delinquents go. That's Satan music. You know, you can't be going down there.
Dude, they said that about Elvis.
Yeah, exactly.
They arrested Elvis for shaking his hips. That's not a joke.
Damn.
That is real.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's always just so annoying to see, like, you know, like, oh, bad people do this, listen to that. It's like, oh, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's like... No. Yeah. So that actually kind of, let's talk about the delinquency. So the name of the album is Licensed to Ill.
I wonder if that's like a play on words.
Well, it's a play on the James Bond movie Licensed to Kill.
Oh, I didn't catch
with
that.
Timothy Dalton. It's actually a pretty good movie. Do you want to know what the original name was supposed to be?
Probably something as corny as the fucking lyrics on this album.
No, it was, and this is a quotation. It was supposed to originally be called "Don't Be a Faggot." I'm not even kidding. That's what they wanted, dude. So this came out in 1986, 1999. Adam Horowitz came out, and Ad Rock, he, I will only refer to them by their stage names now. He came out and said that they apologized. Like they made an official apology in 1999 saying.
And that's early. That's early for a homophobic apology.
That's exactly what I thought.
It's sincere.
So I think this would be more about the Beastie Boys than the album, but this whole podcast.
Yeah.
But the Beastie Boys, obviously, if you listen to this album, you're like, holy shit, this is angsty. They talk about violence. They talk about misogyny.
Oh,
and
yeah.
sort of all that sorts of shit. They ended up becoming Buddhists. And when you listen to the rest of their work, you can definitely see that. It is definitely like there's a song called I Don't Know, I think it's called, on the
You don't
Hello
know the
Nasty.
name, or it's called I Don't Know?
It's called I Don't Know. On Hello Nasty. That is a good fucking slow song that I did not expect from. If you listen to this album and listen to that, like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what the original name was supposed to be called. They came out and apologized.
Yeah.
Because the record label is like, no, we're not going to do that, and they kind of pushed back a little bit, and then
because they were probably pushing back and like, oh, we're rebels, we can do what we want.
Yeah,
like that's probably their mentality of why they pushed back. They probably weren't pushing back to be like, no, you don't get it. Being a faggot's bad. Like that's probably not why they were like pushing forward.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. So, yeah. So that's pretty much. I don't know. They talk.
Yeah.
So if you listen to the lyrics, they talk a lot about the violence, misogyny, and homophobia. I don't know if they go really into homophobia in the lyrics of the song, but obviously they wanted to call it "Don't Be a Faggot." So
yeah, and that could have even been like a play on the fact of like there's that one Green Day song that says, I think it's American Idiot.
Yeah, it's or.
Pretty sure it's American Idiot.
Oh, what? I know what lyric you're talking about. Yeah, I know what. It's on the American Idiot album,
and it's basically like parodying what someone
would say to someone, and they say,
and they're basically standing there like, we're the faggots you're talking about.
Yeah. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah,
because back then that word was thrown a lot. I mean, you and I were kids then.
Yeah.
I remember hearing that on the playground.
We weren't kids then.
Well, no, in 2004 when fucking American Idiot came out.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the album, License to Ill.
I'm going to hit the button before we do.
Okay. License to Ill by the Beastie Boys. We're going to hit the button. So it's a hip-hop album.
Yeah.
It's a fun album.
Yeah.
It starts off with Rhymin' and Stealin'.
Rhymin' and Stylin'?
Rhymin' and Stealin', isn't it? Is it Rhymin'? Oh, I think it's Rhymin' and Stylin'. Fuck, I'm dyslexic.
I'm pulling it up now. Just out of pure fucking anger.
I think it is Rhymin' and Stylin' because it rhymes.
Yeah. Nope, it's Rhymin' and Stealin'.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say Rhymin' and Stealin'.
Then it's the new style afterwards. Okay, so I'm dumb. Never mind.
So it's Rhymin' and Stealin'. And it starts off with a sample of Led Zeppelin's When the Levee Breaks, the drums. You know?
That was my biggest compliment of the song.
Really?
Was the fucking drums at the beginning. I didn't know it was a sample.
It's a sample. It's John Bonham, so of course it's good.
God damn, no wonder those drums sounded so fucking fat and juicy. I was just listening to those drums like, God damn.
Yeah.
Why isn't this on the rest of the album?
So, Jesus. So in
other words, it would be better if it was a 4-piece and we had Johnny B on the drums.
Johnny B. Oh God, they probably call them Zeppers. So yeah, they also so they didn't play. I don't think they really played any instruments on this album. I tried looking it up to see if they did. It seems like it was mostly sampled and like
studio
music. Yeah, if anything. So they sampled Zeppelin for the intro, which is fucking great. The way it starts off, dude. Rhymin' and Stealin' is like this is like a sea shanty that I can hear pirates on a ship singing with each other. It's just so back and forth.
It's just that solid like slow jam kind of like nod your head vibe, and you're just.
It's like an easy beat to keep. All the pirates are swabbing the poop deck.
Yeah.
It's just a fun song.
The lyrics are definitely like pretty fun and like enjoyable, but it is super corny.
Oh, it's so corny. Alibaba and the 40 Thieves.
Like it is just, it's ridiculous.
Oh yeah. So I'll let you go through the track list.
Oh yeah, gonna say the names of all the songs. All right, so
let's go through them one at a time.
Oh, one at a time. Okay.
Yeah.
So next is the new style.
4 and 3 and 2 and 1.
So
It's
my
so
first
corny.
comment, I made this comment without knowing when the album was made. This is some of the most late 80s, early 90s sounding shit I've ever heard in my life. And now it's like, oh no, they made this sound.
Yeah, guess what? It came out in the mid 90s, motherfucker.
Mid 80s.
Oh yeah, mid 80s. That's what it is.
Yeah, so like they are what made this sound, but this, like the sound of this song, it's like I've heard this sound probably like 1,000 times in my youth.
Yeah.
Like it is such a like 90s sound.
Yeah, this was the height of Run DMC and all that
Yeah.
sort of, that like back and forth, kind of vibe. The new style, it's just, I don't, it's a different type of music than what we've done so far.
Oh yeah.
It's just a different, so I don't know how to explain it, because you and I, like, we play other instruments that like I don't know how to make this. I don't have the creativity to go through and sample, shit and put it into GarageBand and fucking,
I mean,
make
they
a new
probably
song.
didn't use GarageBand, but yeah.
You know what I mean? It's fucking 2020.
Yeah.
Okay? Who says 2020? It's 2020.
It's depression. It's not delivery, it's depression.
Cataclysmic. It's not Okay. Next song.
But yeah, I can
Okay.
I could 100% visualize like what this music video would look like. Just like how fucking 90s it would look. It would look like everything that Will Smith ever wore in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air would be in this fucking music video.
Jesus.
Like how he's dressed in the intro when he's getting out of the taxi. That is what I visualize.
That's more 90s
Yeah.
than anything.
Yeah, but that's how it sounds because this is what led to the sound.
Yeah, this is the
of
precursor.
The 90s.
So, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. And then She's Crafty, the best rap song on the album.
We'll have to talk about what you like think rap is, what your criteria
Well,
is.
like, so I don't include Fight for Your Right, No Sleep Till Brooklyn, and yeah, just those two as rap songs.
Yeah, because those are rock songs.
Yeah, those are rock songs. This is the best of the rest of the album, excluding those two oddball.
I'm
rock
gonna
songs.
say that this is the second best then.
Ooh.
So She's Crafty is so fucking good, but I'd almost say that this is almost a rock song too, because the
Yeah.
that
But
little lick.
it's just so well flowing and catchy and fun to listen to.
And I also I like I obviously I don't know all the lyrics to the song, but like
Why not?
She's Crafty. Because I'm sorry, I'm dumb. But going through the lyrics, or just listening to the lyrics that I hear, I like.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, she's crafty, and I don't know why. I kind of want a girl that's crafty. She does all these bad things to me. She's crafty, but she's just my type.
Yeah.
That's like, I like that lyric, and it's stuck with me. I used to blast this album in high school in my Mustang.
I feel like you're kind of misinterpreting the lyrics, maybe just a smidge.
Why? What did you get?
So, she's crafty, but she's just my type, because this is the kind of women that I date.
Yeah. I want someone who's gonna hurt me, Taryn.
They're bad people, but that's what I'm into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want someone who's gonna hurt me. I want to be hurt.
All right. Ladies, if you want to take advantage of a man, line up.
I've already been taken advantage of, Taryn.
Yeah, but apparently you want more.
Not that way. Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus.
We've gone off the rails.
All right. I'm gonna let you say the name of this next one because it's Posse, right? But I don't want to sound dumb.
Posse in Effect.
Okay, I thought so.
I don't even have the fucking list in front of me. I've
Okay.
actually listened to this album so fucking much in my life. I pretty much could probably tell it all the way through.
This
Posse
is the
in Effect.
This is the most forgettable song on the album.
Yes, y'all, you don't stop.
It's not so much that it's bad because I have some songs that I've marked as bad. It was just like so I listened to the album probably like 7-8 times, and then on the last listen is when I go through and I punch in my little just micro notes and opinions on the songs and whatnot. And the note on the song, as I'm writing these notes, I forgot this was on the album.
I agree with that.
Like, it was just like, oh yeah, this song's here.
It's one of those songs that, like, it's not the reason I go to listen to the album. Yeah. It's like a good bridge between songs for me.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, I forgot I have to cross this bridge on the way to work. You know,
yeah.
You forget about it.
Like, oh yeah, I take that right turn. Like,
yeah, it's just it's nothing like spectacular.
Yeah.
But I dig it. Posse in Effect. It's not as fun as the first couple songs on the album.
Yeah.
And it's not as fun as the next couple songs.
Yeah.
What's the next song?
Slow Ride.
Slow Ride. Obviously a play on Foghat. Slow Ride. Take it easy. Which they don't sample in that song, which you think they would.
Isn't it sampling Lowrider?
They sample
yeah.
Lowrider, but they don't. That's the play, though. It's Slow Ride, but they play Lowrider.
Yeah, and I absolutely hated this song.
Because that song we've heard so goddamn much, staying up, watching Nick at Night, watching George Lopez.
But still, like, I skipped it every time.
This is... I'm going to say this is a silly song. It's not the silliest on the album.
Yeah, that's correct.
But it is a silly song where it's like I understand why people don't like it. And that's another thing about the Beastie Boys. I feel like you either love the Beastie Boys or you hate them with a passion. Yeah. And that's how it is at work. I know people at work who were like, my ex hates the Beastie Boys. I could never listen to them.
Not even like Sabotage? She didn't like Sabotage.
Did not like Sabotage.
Absolute banger of a song.
Oh, God, yeah. That song, I don't know that I was talking about.
Yeah.
That's the only song that I could play her because it did not sound like the Beastie Boys. It's a slow, like, acoustic song. It's really fucking good. I couldn't even play Intergalactic, which is my favorite Beastie Boys song. Intergalactic is such a goddamn fun song. It's, like, not silly, but it's still silly.
Yeah.
But it's also, like, not too... Like, it's just such a fun song.
Like, I just love the way that, like, most of their videos are shot, too. Like, how fucking silly they are.
Oh, God,
because, like, they're doing the, like, typical, like, the cameraman's got, like, you know, the camera, like, down here, like, angled up slightly. And is, like, just walking back. And they're just constantly walking at the camera, just, like, rapping into it.
I feel like they started that. They had to have.
Probably. I don't know. But it's just so dumb.
It is so dumb. I just want to see, like, I want a video of the cameraman walking backwards.
I know, right? Well, these three little fucking dorks.
Oh, man.
Trying to look hard as shit.
So, yeah, Slow Ride, it's another bridge song.
Yeah.
This is a long bridge. Because you got Posse in Effect and then Slow Ride. But I don't know. I like it. I listen to it. I don't skip it.
I think you're wrong.
I mean, yeah, I guess my opinion is wrong. Jesus. You're wearing leather pants. Fucking shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Yeah. You're not taking that from me.
You're wearing a Yamaha shirt.
I don't even own a Yamaha.
Yeah.
Fuck Yamaha.
I don't know cows, but I wear leather pants.
Oh my God. I don't own cows. Okay, so, next song.
Girls.
Girls.
And here I was thinking that it couldn't get worse.
Oh my God, this song is so much fun, but it's so misogynistic.
I hate it.
Why?
I get it. You can rhyme every fucking line. It's not inherently good to rhyme every line. Every day, she would say. It's just like they would.
Girls.
They would overemphasize the shit out of the rhyme too. It would
that was
be
the point.
Day, say, away, I get it.
That's what's so fun about it.
It's annoying.
Girls to clean up my room. Girls to do the laundry.
Well, I feel like that's making fun of misogynistic like views, though.
I feel like it is too, and that's what a lot of the criticisms were. Is like there's violence in it, because they're talking about
Yeah.
shooting a shotgun and
Yeah.
and all this sort of stuff, and then I feel like it is like tongue in cheek.
Yeah. Like,
It's
no,
like-
I definitely took this song as like, this is what the world is saying women are supposed to be.
And with how they are now today, and they were in like 99 when they apologized for homophobia.
Yeah.
People are doing that now in 2020, 21 years later. People
Yeah.
are just now doing it for shit they did back in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, because it's Vogue to now.
Because it's Vogue. They did it before that.
Yeah, they did it when people still hated gays.
Yeah.
Like when the mass media still hated gays.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, people today still hate gays, but
Not as
like-
much as 99. I think we can all agree on that.
oh yeah, no, back in 99, like you could still like call some faggot in a movie. Like that could be released in theaters. Now it would be like it would have to be a really raunchy fucking movie where it's like
It has to be a Quentin Tarantino movie.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Where like the person saying it would have to be the bad guy in some regard.
Yeah, you can't say it and be the
Like-
good guy.
Like I'm saying like in 99, like the protagonist could say it and get away with it.
Yeah.
And then apologize for it in 2020, of course.
Yeah, like I feel like it's all tongue in cheek,
Yeah.
They didn't I don't think but we're looking back, with 2020 vision.
Yeah.
That shit album by Anti-Flag.
No, the album's called I think it's called Division. I don't know, but
Oh.
the song is called 2020 Vision. I think
Yeah.
it's just 2020.
Whatever. We talked about Anti-Flag
Dude,
on
he
another podcast.
liked one of our posts.
Yeah, one of the Chris's from Anti-Flag liked our Instagram post, which is sad because we don't have any listeners. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. What I like though is he probably saw which album we reviewed, and he's like, our last good one."
All right.
That 2006 album.
Okay, so girls, I liked it. It's a silly song. I don't put it on any playlist, but if I'm like I'm gonna have a silly little time, and do 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 do. It's a fun song. I know you hate fun.
And then the second verse when it. What did it add to it? I can't remember. My brain isn't placing.
What?
But it was like doing the do 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 do, and then it was like added something else.
Dropping my D to my dismay.
No, like it added like a different like thing. Like it was like a. It was
don't
like
know
this
what you're
weird.
talking
I'll
about.
play it for you later. But it was just like they added this other layer of like sound effect instrument in the back where I was like, how did it get worse?
Oh my god. So 3 straight songs that Taryn doesn't like.
Yeah, but then
you
we
get
bring it back.
It's Fight for Your Right.
Fight for your right.
Classic.
Suddenly, it's
or
no
classic
longer a
album.
rap album. They just hard right in the rock.
You want to know something fun?
What?
This features Kerry King, guitarist of Slayer. Yeah. Bet you didn't know that.
No, I didn't.
He does the guitar for Fight for Your Right.
Damn.
Yeah. He also does guitar for No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
So these next two are my 2 favorite songs on the album, of course.
So let's talk about them together. Because
Yeah.
they're pretty similar. Like, not
But-
similar, like, sound-wise, but
legendary.
legendary.
In regards to the album, I dislike them because they don't
fit.
they don't belong on the album.
They do not fit.
So the thing that's funniest to me about this is this is the first rap album to chart, right?
It's not the first album to chart. It's the first album to ever reach number 1
Okay, number 1.
in the U.S.
So the funny thing is, at this point in time, rock was the cooler music. So them doing rock is like rock bands doing pop today to reach the charts. Like Panic at the Disco putting out High Hopes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's weird how at some point that flipped. Because they definitely put these rock songs out there as like, oh, these are going to be the songs that are like the big ones. But the rest of the album is what we want to do.
I don't think...
Well, I don't think it was like that like smart where they're like, oh, we're gonna make this the chart, but it's very obvious why these were the ones that were the most popular on the album.
No, I don't think that's actually true at all. Because look at their roots. Look at their roots. You're fucking wrong.
Yeah, I am.
Look at their roots.
Yeah.
They were punk band. Yeah. And I read a lot of interviews and stories and stuff on this, where when you look at Rick Rubin, the producer, his body of work, he definitely, a lot of people I saw were saying that Rick Rubin gave them the hip hop influence. I feel like they were already kind of like leaning that way, and that was kind of the style back then with Run DMC. You got to imagine that in 1986, Run DMC had just done that Walk This Way with Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Which is a fucking absolute banger of a song. It made that song better.
Yeah.
So that kind of like rap rock thing was the style. And obviously that didn't just come out of the blue. It was already happening on the underground scene.
Yeah.
Where these guys were big.
Yeah. I don't know. I would say like saying that they went from being 80s punk to 80s rap rock kind of thing isn't as big of a jump as you may be thinking about it, because rap in that era is very punk. Like it's a very, because like if you look at punk like a mentality more so than a genre of music, like early 80s rap and stuff is punk.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so like
it's very.
I don't think it's like necessarily like there was too much like in like hand like guiding them kind of influence to push them to hip hop. I think it was kind of like in a way natural that they like found like they were interested in anti-pop culture. So the immediate thing for them to grasp onto is thrash and punk. And then they learned more about themselves and were like, this is what we are.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. And then you look at like they have another album, Ill Communication, where Sabotage is on there, and that's fucking punk.
Yeah.
That is punk with a little bit of rap in it.
Yeah.
But then there's other songs on there that are fucking hard.
Yeah.
Heart Attack Man. That's a fucking just.
I didn't know
that's that just was, screaming.
I didn't know that one was on that album.
I think it's on that album, or might be on another one. I think it's on Ill Communication. I'm probably wrong. Sorry. But yeah.
That is a big part of this podcast. We are often wrong.
Yes, that is the whole point of the podcast. Is being wrong. It's not actually, but I'm not so.
All right, so Fight for Your Right and No Sleep Till Brooklyn are absolute fucking bangers.
Yeah, but my problem is Fight for Your Right is overplayed.
Yeah.
It's a great song, but I just feel like old people just love it too much. You gotta fight. Yeah, we get it, for your right to party.
Yeah, and until, what we're fighting for is different than what you're fighting for, then suddenly we're young delinquents.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I agree with that. No Sleep Till Brooklyn. I love that fucking song.
It's my favorite on the album. It says favorite right next to it. Yeah.
No Sleep Till Brooklyn. It's nothing better than a couple of white kids in Oregon singing No Sleep Till Brooklyn. We're going to be up a while.
Yeah.
It's a good fucking banger.
Me sitting in first class on a plane. No sleep till. Dude, I've never slept on a plane before.
I have like dozed off, but nothing like I don't actually ever go to sleep. Because I'm too busy like looking out the window because I fucking love it. It's so much fun.
Oh, it's not even that. It's just like just that. Nope, can't sleep anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I've only gone through turbulence like once.
No, it doesn't even have to be like turbulence. Any sort of like movement at all. I'm just like, I can't sleep. But once I am asleep, you could just flip my bed and I might not wake up.
Oh yeah, trust me, I know.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I flipped your bed a couple times and put it back.
Oh yeah, no, you flipped me over. Just me.
Alrighty then, Taryn.
So Paul Revere.
Yeah. Paul Revere, my favorite song on the album.
I knew it was gonna be your favorite
Dude,
song.
This is like Baby Got Back. So I'll explain that. This is like Sir Mix-a-Lot's Baby Got Back because it's one of those ones that I can do the whole way through singing along to it, you know?
Oh my god.
Like, I feel like Baby Got Back is a song that a lot of people can go, like, sing along with all the way through. You know? A lot of people know the words. Paul Revere is another song like that.
You know, I think I may have heard that song once.
Baby Got Back?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I like big butts and I cannot lie?
Like, actually listen to the song, yeah. I've heard that little snippet a bunch, but I haven't listened to the whole song. Like,
Wow.
ever.
Sir Mix-a-Lot's a very underrated rapper. Posse on Broadway is a very good song.
I'll take your word for it.
Alrighty then.
All right.
So,
yeah.
no, Paul Revere,
So-
I want to talk about this song. Talk about it.
It was nice to see them pull back and get back into the rap side of their music, like after No Sleep Till Brooklyn and Fight for Your Right, because it was just like we suddenly took this right turn to rock, and then we came back to the rap, and it was like, okay, this is more back to the cohesion of the album. Like, this song is like fits into that first half of the album perfectly, but it was like by far the corniest lyrics on the album.
So,
Like, where it's just like such a dorky, like it with my 2020 vision, it is dorky as shit.
and that's what we need to talk about. Paul Revere sets up the Beastie Boys' career with these narrative-driven songs.
Yeah.
It's something that becomes very common throughout their future work. So that's why I think it's actually a very important song. It's also probably one of my most favorite songs of all time. This and Intergalactic are my two favorite Beastie Boys songs, and I would put them at least in my top 20 of favorite songs of all time. Maybe even top 10. I know Intergalactic is probably top 10.
Damn.
Paul Revere
Never
is
would
up
have
there.
expected that out of you.
What? I'm sorry, I listened to more than Jack White.
Yeah, the Black Keys and Royal Blood. The
Actually, I feel like I
trio.
listened to more Arctic Monkeys than Royal Blood.
What?
Because the Arctic Monkeys have a bigger body of work.
The amount of times I hear that waking me up.
I actually hadn't played that song until I hadn't played "Do I Want to Know" until like last night for like 2 weeks. So get over it. You know what I want to know?
What?
Is why do you hate Paul Revere? He's the horse in the song. Did you listen to the song?
Yes, I listened to the
Yeah.
song.
Dude, it's so fucking good. My name is MCA. I got a license to kill. I think you know what time it is. It's time to get ill.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope you get ill.
I don't understand if you're convincing me to say it's good or say it's bad. I'm so confused. Like, I enjoyed it, but
It's
I could only enjoy it if I wasn't thinking about the words I was hearing.
Just...
Like, it was good. I liked it. But once I like started hearing the words, I was like, oh, Jesus.
Jesus fucking Christ. All right, welcome to the Surprisingly Taryn Can't Have Fun podcast.
It's that I don't know. I guess I just like have a different view of like the 90s than most people, because most people like look back at like 90s movies and music and feel super nostalgic. I just look back at that shit and cringe. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, that's how we were? That's how people like existed?
You don't have any like nostalgia,
Yeah.
sentimental value.
Yeah, no.
You're definitely like...
When I go to cool cities and stuff like that, I never like take selfies in front of monuments.
I don't either, but that's just because I'm more in the moment of what I'm doing.
Yeah. I'm gonna slap that button.
Slap it to base. But I don't...
Like, I don't know. Like, I'm at no point ever gonna get a postcard. Like, and
Well,
send it to
postcards are
someone.
dumb. No one
Yeah.
gets postcards. No one has bought a postcard since 1984.
That's not true. Carrie sends me postcards.
Why doesn't she send me one?
Anyway,
Your sister needs to send me a postcard.
no, it's just like I can agree with that. I don't really have sentimental value for like times or places or experiences like that. Like,
I don't have sentimental value for like... I enjoy looking back at, I don't like taking photos of myself in front of things. I like taking photos of things. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna have, and it's of how I viewed it, which I rarely ever take photos, and it's actually been to my own detriment, is how I'd say it. But I'm very sentimental when it comes to things like this, Like I was going through the garage the other day and I found my old Buzz Lightyear and Woody from Toy Story in a box. And I was so heartbroken because I was putting them in a box and I looked at them and I went, this is so weird because there's a movie about you coming alive and I'm putting you in a box, sealed it up, put you on the shelf. And I'm like, oh,
this scene happened in the movie.
Did it?
I think so.
I've only seen 1 through 3. That's because me and my dad.
I only saw 1 and 2.
Me and my dad have seen every single one except for 4 in the theaters together. And I was born in '95, and it came out in '95, first one.
So you were just a fucking baby?
Yeah, he took a baby into a movie theater. What an asshole!
I know, right?
I love you, Dad. But no, this album is nostalgic to me because, dude, I was blasting this in high school in my '90 Mustang, my 1990 Mustang. Fox body, like Vanilla Ice.
I 100 thought you were going to say, yeah, I was listening to this high school. I was black. And I was like, what is he about to say?
Blast and rope?
No, black.
Oh.
I thought you were going to say you were black, and I was like,
Taryn,
where is this coming from?
My ex told me I glow in the dark.
Yeah, you do.
I do. Wait, what? How do you know that? I don't like being in dark places with you.
All right.
So Paul Revere, it's a banger.
It's fun to listen to. I'll give it that.
It?
It's fun to listen to. Hold It Now, Hit It.
Hold it now, hold it now. Great fucking song.
This is what I expect the like in a 90s movie, and you got the protagonist and he's like going through his socially awkward problems. Then there's the cool bully. This is the song the cool bully listens to when he walks into the cafeteria.
This is, yeah, as when he busts open the door and it's slow motions, this is the song that comes on.
Yeah.
Hold it now, hold it now. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, like it's just such like a, like, yeah, I'm a badass. Look at me, I'm cool. I'm wearing those like fabricy like the armbands like basketball players wear. Yeah, I'm wearing those all day. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I agree with that, and that makes me actually hate the song now.
But we are that guy now, right?
I'm not.
Are we cool?
No. We do a podcast in our basement.
Hey, we have our own basement, so we clearly are doing okay.
Mom, where's the meatloaf? I never know what she's doing in there. Wedding Crashers reference. That's the only good thing Will Ferrell's ever done.
Oh my god, so can we have an aside for a moment here?
Yeah.
We haven't had enough of those.
Yeah.
So my coworker, he sent me something, and he was like, oh yeah, there's a version of it with Will Ferrell and someone else. And I was like, I just went on this huge rant of how Will Ferrell is the worst thing in Hollywood. I hate him more than I hate Jared Leto. He is the biggest piece of garbage cunt that I fucking can't stand. He's never done anything good in his entire fucking career. Not even Elf. Elf sucked.
I thought Elf was good.
Anyway, that's my very broad-brushed, strong opinion. And then he just kind of stood there and was like, well, Will Ferrell's in the one I sent you, so I'll send you a different one that doesn't have him in it.
Jesus.
I was like, yeah, probably a good idea. Seeing Will Ferrell ruins my day.
Fuck. Will Ferrell, come on the podcast and defend yourself.
Yeah, I'll beat your fucking ass, Will.
God. You won't. He's a giant.
Yeah, he is. Nah, he is the most unfunny.
You know what would be a great movie? Will Ferrell and Adam Sandler together.
No, it wouldn't, because Adam Sandler's funny.
All right. So hold it now.
I like it. It's a fun song.
It's a fun song.
Like, it's definitely like a song I feel like you have to listen to it in a car that's like a convertible. Like, you have to have the top down while you listen to it. You're like shaking in place.
This is a song that like heavy sampled.
Yeah.
There's a lot of samples in it, and it's definitely this sounds like a song that a couple kids fucking took in GarageBand and just made, and like, we're gonna sample all this shit.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy.
But like, they knew what they were doing, and that's why it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's the next one?
Brass Monkey.
The classic silly song.
See, you say that Fight for Your Right is the most overplayed and like hyped song on the I think this one is. Like it's a okay song.
Where do you hear it though? I've never heard it played anywhere other than me playing it.
I feel like in high school I heard it a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
I was the one playing it in high school, so
We were only in high school together for like a year.
2
and
years.
a half.
So
2? Okay.
But yeah, no, I know.
But yeah, no, like
I was the one playing it in high school, and when
I feel like I
year.
heard that song well over 1,000 times, and it's just like okay, I get it, it's an okay song.
I always heard people like refer to it, like Brass Monkey, that funky monkey.
Yeah, and I'm just like
Brass Monkey, that chunky monkey. That's fun. That's a fun song. Why is there not an ice cream called Brass Monkey?
That's a good question, actually.
Or is it Chunky Monkey an ice cream?
There's Chunky Monkey ice cream.
Is that named after this song?
Maybe.
These are the real hard-hitting questions that we're asking.
I know Fish Food is named after the band Fish.
Well, that's Ben and Jerry's, yeah.
Yeah.
Does Ben and Jerry's make Chunky Monkey?
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, it is.
Probably.
Well, yeah, Cherry Garcia.
Well, now I'm going to need to look into it.
The Tonight Dough. Fuck Jimmy Fallon.
Okay, but that one like actually just has a picture of fucking Jimmy Fallon on it, and he's holding in like...
Fuck Jimmy Fallon.
I'm holding ice cream.
Fuck Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
Do I have to say it another fucking time?
He's worse than Will Ferrell. No, he's not.
That fucking alcoholic.
I love the compilations of Jimmy Fallon where they deep fry the shit out of him laughing at unfunny jokes.
Dude, you know what's funny about Jimmy Fallon is some of his fucking like SNL skits where he breaks character are so funny, but then it's just like, oh no, he just breaks character, like he just starts laughing in every fucking skit, so it's not funny.
Probably one of my favorite things I ever saw. I think it was Vine. They spliced together a clip of the guest saying something funny and like him laughing at it, but then the guest saying something like immensely serious at one point, but then they just like put the like him slapping the desk like zoomed in on his face. It was just it was like all red and shaking the camera.
I stopped caring about late night television when Craig Ferguson left.
I don't know who that is.
He's the Scottish guy.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
but
Brass
yeah,
Monkey.
It's good.
Legendary, epic song. It's a legendary song.
Yeah, it's legendary, but I don't know. I probably just have a more negative opinion of it because I've just heard it.
Which is really funny that you say you don't like Girls. The song Girls. You don't like girls.
I do not. I like the non-binary broads, you know.
Are they broads if they're non-binary?
That's the joke. I'm basically trying to like imply like
Feminized non-binary people?
yeah. I like.
I can't believe I came up with that.
I like them as long as they have ass, pussy, and titties.
Okay then.
But
you say that you don't like the song Girls, when I feel like that is equally as silly and as Brass Monkey and like rhyming. Brass Monkey, that funky monkey, that chunky monkey. That's all it fucking does.
But no, like the style of rhyming is different. Like he's not like that chunky monkey. Like he's not like saying like, hey, I'm saying it as emphasized as I can to let you know this rhymes.
Oh yeah, because you like your lyrics where you can't hear them.
No, what?
Fun songs that you listen to.
I can hear
screaming. I don't understand how you understand the metal like Tibetan throat singing that you listen to. Like, how do you understand what they're saying?
Like just after you listen to it enough, it just like you just start to make the connection.
I don't have to look up the lyrics to like, Michelle by the Beatles. I know what he's saying.
Okay, so I don't know what kind of disconnect my brain has of listening to too much hardcore in high school, but like what you experienced with like screaming, I experienced with singing. Like most songs that are like sung on the radio, like I have no idea what the fuck they're saying. Like
it's weird because you can really understand them and hear them clearly.
Yeah, it's like I just sit there like I have no idea what they're fucking saying right now. What is happening?
Like Panic at the Disco?
No, I don't know. Just like a lot of stuff I'll
like
hear.
Like Havana.
Well, that's different because she's like
Havana, ooh, nah, nah.
She's just like moaning into the microphone. I have no idea what's happening.
I mean, I'd like to make Camila Cabello moan, so.
I've never seen what she looks like.
pretty hot.
All right. That's probably most of her success.
Wow.
I've heard Havana. It's okay.
It's catchy.
Not billions of streams. Good.
Does it have billions of streams?
Yeah, I think it's at like 3 billion or something.
Well, I'm sorry for putting so many of those streams in there.
Yeah, I'm sorry of jacking off your dick so much to that song.
What?
What?
Okay, then. We're getting off the rails.
All right. So yeah, Brass Monkey's good.
It is good. It's a good song.
Yeah.
That's definitely a song that if it's not an ice cream, it should be ice cream. That's my only thought. That's my only
All right.
thought.
Slow and low.
That is the tempo. Slow and low. Let yourself go.
It's like a better rhyming and stealing. Like in terms
It
of
is.
like
It's
that
a sea
slow
shanty.
jam, but it is so much better than rhyming and stealing. It is an awesome song.
No. No.
Yeah.
Rhyming and stealing is way better.
Nah,
but this
dude.
is a good song.
Slow and low is better.
Slow
Like-
and low. That is the
like-
tempo.
Out of this album, the songs that I would keep like on a playlist would be She's Crafty, No Sleep Till Brooklyn, Fight for Your Right, and Slow and Low. Those would be the only ones that I'd like
See,
keep
slow
from
and
here.
low, like, oh man. So once we're done going through the list, I'll talk about like the album overall, like the track listing. Like slow and low, like it's a good song. I agree with you that it's a good song, but I think Rhyming and Stealing is better. I don't know why you had to bring that up, and you're ruining our friendship. But
Jesus.
are you okay? Do you have COVID? You keep coughing.
Nah, I fucking swallowed my drink wrong at the beginning and it's still bothering me.
Let it out. Cough.
No,
Hit the cough button.
I'm good.
Can we get cough buttons?
I'm good.
Okay.
Okay,
Doesn't
keep
sound
going.
like it, but
Keep going.
what?
I don't know. You're gonna say something about slow and low. Then I
I
start
mean,
coughing.
Slow and low. That is the tempo. You got to let yourself go. It's a great song.
Yeah.
It's got a fun drum beat. Wicka wicka what? There's a lot of record scratches in this album because it's like 1985.
All
or
right,
six.
so it's time to get ill.
Wait.
That's the next.
Oh,
song.
that's the next song. Time to get ill.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah, it's a good.
Yeah, it's fun. The album, I feel like peters out.
Yeah. This is this. Like, I don't know if this song.
What's the time? It's time to get ill.
I don't know if this song got a music video.
It didn't.
Okay.
Only No Sleep Till Brooklyn and Fight for Your Right did.
If this one had a music video, he'd be wearing a visor upside down and angled like this. Like, you know, those green, like...
No, I know exactly what you're
Yeah.
talking about, and I feel like that is something that they did wear in a music video.
You want to know how surprised I am? I'm not.
I know you are. I know you're not surprised.
Like, it just sits in that, like, I'm a badass in the early 90s kind of thing. But again, they created it, so they get to be it.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm glad that you said that.
Yeah.
They did create it, and that's what I feel like.
Or at least are the ones that made it popular.
Yes, yeah. Let's go with that because
Yeah.
I don't know enough about early '80s rap hip hop because you
Yeah.
have a lot of people.
Yeah.
You have Run DMC who were definitely overlooking, who I feel like are the pioneers.
Oh,
of
yeah.
it. But then you also have a bunch of other people, like I think Ice-T is actually probably considered an '80s rapper.
Yeah. Okay, so fine. Beastie Boys are the Elvis of hip hop.
They
They were the ones
they whitewashed it, and made it popular.
They whitewashed it, made it popular, so that other people come after them and do it too.
But yeah, I
And
So-
that's not a dig against Beastie Boys. It's not their fault that they're the ones who gained popularity.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say it's probably helping
So-
them out. Help.
I just kind of had a thought about the album as a whole. So, like I said earlier, you know, this album was kind of dogged for promoting violence, misogyny, and homophobia and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like this album is what the people who don't like the Beastie Boys look at, and this
Yeah.
is like this is the
Well-
image they see of them.
I feel like
You didn't let me finish.
they don't like the Beastie Boys, so they point to that stuff as like reasons to back their argument.
Well, I feel like this album set like the image of them. It's first impression. This is their debut studio album.
Yeah.
And like when you like listen to them, they just did an Apple documentary, Apple Plus, Apple TV, whatever it is, documentary where they showed like behind the scenes footage. Like they've built like parks and stuff all over Brooklyn and New York, and they're Buddhists, all three of them. And when you listen to some of their further work, it's like mellow and chill. Like it's not like they have some silly songs. They're definitely a silly band.
Yeah.
But there's no hostility. There's no like I'm gonna pop a cap in your ass.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that. Which I feel like is so stupid that they're like there's so much violence and misogyny and homophobia in these lyrics when it's still going on today in rap.
Oh yeah. Oh, even more so in rap. Like it's pretty fucking bad.
Yeah. I mean, probably not the stuff that's coming out within the last 5 years.
I would say misogyny is still really strong in rap.
Yeah.
I got bitches on my dick because I'm so rich. Like, that is the basis of 99% of rap songs.
Broad brushes.
That are coming out nowadays.
Broad brush.
Yeah.
We're tearing.
Okay, fine. Radio rap. That is what's coming out. Because there's probably tons of good rap that I don't hear because it's not popular enough for me to hear, and I'm not involved in rap culture and listening to the music and stuff, so I only hear the bigger stuff. But out of the bigger stuff, that is what it all is.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I feel like because of this album, so this is I mean this was named, it was in the top 200 of Rolling Stone's top 500 albums of all time. It was listed as one of the I can't remember where it placed, but it was listed in like one of the top debut albums of all time. And I feel rightfully so.
Yeah.
I feel rightfully so.
Really good.
As a whole, I don't feel like you had you had more bad things to say about it than I did.
Yeah. I brought the bad knowing you were going to bring the good.
Yeah, we play good cop, bad cop here.
Yeah.
So
like I gave this album a pretty high rating.
Yeah. So, what was I saying? Oh, this was this album did good for the Beastie Boys, but it also I think did as much bad for the Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those. It's just that like this is how people know you. They know you as the fight for your right guys. They're not going to listen to any of your other stuff. They're not going to listen to Paul's Boutique, which is a fan-fucking-tastic album.
Yeah.
That's a fucking amazing album. They're not going to listen to that because they don't want to listen to the No Sleep Till Brooklyn guys.
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of like the band is almost like a stand-up comedian. Like bringing it back to your what people shit on them for, basically. Like people, I feel like stand-up comedians are probably one of the most like shit on people where like people like you can dissect what they say.
Yeah.
Because like say Bill Burr. Bill Burr goes up on stage, he does his jokes, he puts out his special. There will be all these people who already hate him will take lines out of the show and be like, Bill Burr thinks this. And it's like, no, that's a line from a joke. He was making fun of this preconceived stereotype. And I feel like that's what this album does. It's like saying, these things are there, and we're going to make a silly album containing these things.
Yeah, and well, then it's also, I feel like another, like, to kind of build on that with a stand-up comedian reference, it's like, that's the Hot Pocket guy. I didn't find that joke funny. I'm not going to listen to his other stuff.
Yeah, I didn't find The Machine funny. Why would I listen to the rest of Bert Kreischer?
Exactly.
Even though The Machine is the best thing that he ever did, and it's great.
Oh, it's a great story. I wouldn't say it's the best thing that he ever did. It's definitely up there, but you definitely don't like him as much as I do.
Yeah, I don't.
Come on to the podcast to defend yourself. We've said that a lot, actually.
Yeah.
I think Bert's the one person we've shit on so much and told him to come. I mean, obviously, if we shit on him, literally, he'd actually have to finally take a shower. But
no, he'd still just jump in the pool.
Just jump in the fucking pool.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Listen to all our podcasts if you want to hear shit on Bert Kreischer.
Please come on the podcast, Bert.
Which is so funny, because last time I said that, you didn't want him to.
Yeah, because he's going to stick up the couch. But
I think
like,
if I remember correctly, I feel like you said that the couch would smell for a month after he left.
yeah. But based on where my arm has been almost every episode for the past like month, I'd like him to sit here so that my arm could still be here. Just like, hey, Bert, how's it going?
Oh man! So the album as a whole, one thing that I don't feel like we talk about, really, we've only ever talked about with the Panic at the Disco album, Death of a Bachelor, is song track listing. I wouldn't change it.
Yeah. I would change it lightly. I would put either the rock songs at the end or the beginning. And
Together, though? Do you think they need to be together?
One at the end, one at the beginning.
I don't like that. It's not a sandwich.
The rock sandwich.
The rock sandwich.
Rock lobster.
Oh.
Or at least have them separate. Because like it was weird that we went into this like 6-minute rock intermission in the middle of a rap album.
No, I get that. I feel like you're on something there. That maybe why do we have these two rock songs in the middle of the sandwich, and then rap on either side. The one thing that I like about it is how it starts out. It starts out really like with rhyming and stealing. It starts out like not as silly as the end of the album.
Oh yeah.
I like how it's kind of serious. Then you get into the rock. And then it's like silly. You get serious, one silly song with girls, and then you get your rock, and then it's silly.
I would say Slow Ride was pretty silly.
It is. It's like that weird, like the beat is silly, but I don't feel like the them singing or them rapping and the lyrics are that silly. Although the Beastie Boys are just silly.
Yeah, I would say listening to 3 white guys rapping while wearing fucking visors is pretty silly.
Yeah. One thing that I do want to point out about the Beastie Boys in this album is Fight for Your Right and No Sleep Till Brooklyn. I think No Sleep Till Brooklyn had a video. Man, these things rocked MTV back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Dude.
And also games like a Guitar Hero and Rock Band. Like it wasn't a good rock band or Guitar Hero game if it didn't have a Beastie Boy song. Mm-hmm. Like it had to have No Sleep Till Brooklyn, Sabotage, Fight for Your Right. Like it just had to have one of the Beastie Boy rock bangers in it.
Yeah, and
like they are such staples in the like music.
Yeah, and I feel like I really kind of regretted picking this album.
Why? Because it's annoying to listen to 2 white guys talk about how 3 white guys are good rappers.
Yeah, actually. I mean, does it count if they're Jewish?
They're still white.
Okay, that's fair. So are some of the millions of Jews killed by Hitler, but...
Yeah. So I'm saying they were wrongly killed. Is that a controversial opinion?
In some parts of the world, apparently is.
Well, we're in America. In America, we only hate all the other colors.
Oh my god. America sucks.
Yeah, it really fucking does.
So, yeah, I kind of regretted picking it because I felt like it was a cop-out. And then I was like, this is going to be a really decisive podcast for people who listen to it because, like I said, people either love the Beastie Boys or they hate them.
Yeah.
And honestly, to be honest, people who love the Beastie Boys are kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Like,
I would say this is definitely one of those, this was a cult classic album where the people who love it are like obsessed with it. And we're kind of treading in dangerous territories and like reasons why I wouldn't want to do bands like the Beatles and stuff because the fans, they're going to have strong opinions.
So, and I got to thank my dad for introducing me to the Beastie Boys.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, thank you, Dad. He doesn't fall into the category of being a Beastie Boys fan who's annoying. The annoying Beastie Boy fans are the ones who say that the Beastie Boys are one of their favorite bands.
Yeah, like you.
Like, I wouldn't say that.
You have their songs in your top list though.
But that doesn't mean that their whole I count your whole body of work.
Okay.
Like that's like To be honest,
Like, you got some great tits, but the rest of you.
yeah. Why do you have an Audi? That's weird. Like, no one likes Audi belly buttons.
Are you saying their acoustic song is an Audi?
No, I like their acoustic song.
Let me have
It's
this.
some. Shut the fuck up, Michael J. Fox.
Let me have this one.
But no, yeah, it's just like I don't trust people who say the Beastie Boys are their favorite band.
That's fair.
That I think is a
That
fair
is fair.
statement. Like, there's a lot out there, and while I feel like they did do a lot for music, I don't know how much they did for music. Does that make sense?
Elaborate, because I'm dumb.
So they did a lot for rap, I feel like, but I feel like the rap we have today is not the same kind of rap that they were doing. Like Childish Gambino. Do you hear any Beastie Boy influences in him?
No,
No.
but I don't think...
Eminem, I guess, would say is.
I don't want to, like, be dumb and say, like, they wouldn't be as big today if it wasn't for the Beastie Boys. But I don't think rap would have been as big as soon without the Beastie Boys.
I agree with that.
Like, I think rap was always going to be big.
I think that the Beastie Boys were what that time needed.
Yeah.
So you have to look at their music with kind of a, what time period was it? Which you really should look at everything.
Yeah.
Like.
But then, like, I think what you're kind of saying is true, though, across every genre. Because, like, the Beatles basically brought rock into the spotlight and made it this bigger than life thing. But you can listen to almost every major rock band today and not hear even a smidge of Beatles.
But every musician who made that music will say that the Beatles are an influence.
Yeah.
Like it's you could say, are you inspired by the Beatles? Like, are those one of your influences? And they would all say yes.
I would say
bet
all.
I would bet money.
Okay, I would say Bring Me the Horizon probably wouldn't.
I would say that they like the Beatles.
I wouldn't even say that. Like, I wouldn't say
Really?
there's a strong guarantee that, like, the harder side of rock would say that they were influenced or even like the Beatles. They'd probably be like, oh, yeah, it's good music.
Yeah, that's...
But, like, that comes from a place of nothing. I could say that and I wouldn't mean it. But I would say it because I don't want a headline saying, Bring Me the Horizon blasts the Beatles as a terrible band. I'm just saying, you can't shit on the Beatles if you're famous. If you're a famous musician, you can't say the Beatles are bad.
I feel like that's fair. I feel like that is a fair statement.
Yeah, no matter what your personal opinion is, you're not allowed to.
Which, yeah, and coming from me, who I'm a dude who literally has the Abbey Road album hanging up on the wall. Like,
If you went to the UK, you would take the picture.
oh, that was the only pic. Yeah, we were talking about sentimental things. I would take that fucking photo. I would take that fucking photo.
Oh, who was it? Oh, never mind. I don't want to talk about this.
What? No.
Valerie took the picture.
Fuck that bitch.
Yeah, recently.
When'd she go to England?
She went with her mom, I guess.
Oh, because isn't her mom British?
Yeah.
Valerie, your cheating ex-girlfriend. We should send a link to her of our podcast and be like, watch this, bitch. Watch us shit all over you. Hold it now.
All right. So,
Oh! Look at Taryn's timing, everyone. Everyone could see that because that was on the thing.
4
For the people
seconds.
listening on audio, our camera has a 20-minute timer, and Taryn saw the counter on the screen there and
save the day.
and saved the day.
All right. So,
Let's
wrap
her
up.
So I'll start with mine since everyone knows that I picked the album. So for its legendariness, its classicness, I would give it a 9. But for what I think of it, musically, it's mostly samples. So
I
I
wouldn't
would
hold
give
that
it.
against them.
I would. I don't hold the samples against it that much, but just for album wise, it's not one of my favorite albums,
Yeah.
but I do listen to it pretty. I wouldn't say regularly. It's not. It's something that is. It's in the lineup, but it's at the bottom of the lineup. You know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 7. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10.
Don't do this to me.
Why?
Don't make me rate it higher than you. I'm giving it a 7.75.
Wow, 7 3/4.
Yeah.
What is this, fucking Hogwarts? Where are we going?
I'm getting precise. It wasn't quite an 8, but it was definitely better than a 7.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I really enjoy listening to it. It's a lot of fun to listen to.
Which is weird because the whole podcast it sounded like you were shitting on it.
Yeah, because I knew you were only going to bring good points. I knew you weren't going to bring one negative comment about this album. So I was like, I'm only going to shit on it. No.
Is that because I picked the album, or is that because you know that I'm just a positive, perky person?
I just know what you talk about on the podcast. I got a feel
fair.
for you now.
So what
And
you're
I feel
saying,
like people are going to learn over time that I'm just going to shit on everything no matter how much I like it.
it's because you always wear black.
Yeah.
Whenever you come on here, you always wear black.
I'll wear some Hawaiian print to spice up the next episode. I'll get a black Hawaiian print shirt just for you.
Fucking something Marilyn Manson would wear. All
But
right.
yeah, I give it a high 7.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
I was not expecting you to give it a higher rating than me.
Yeah, no. Definitely like whenever No Sleep Till Brooklyn came on, I was like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Dude, I fucking shout that, man.
No sleep
till
Yeah.
Brooklyn. All right, so that has been Licensed to Ill by the Beastie Boys. Now, let's get into what Taryn is going to choose for me next week for us. 'Cause
So
it's going to be a banger. Well, I don't actually know that.
It's gonna be something, that's for sure. I've never listened to the album. I actually listened to the band for the first time ever today.
Fuck. So we're both going into this blind.
They have 40,000 monthly listeners.
Fucking Jesus.
And
I mean, it's not like we have any, so can't
All
shit on
right.
them too much.
It is Everything Is Going Gray by Wolf and Bear. And I feel like I'm the wolf and you're the bear.
Is that a gay reference? What is the album called? I gotta write this down.
Everything Is Going Gray. Spelled with an E.
Everything. Is that the correct way of spelling it?
I don't know.
Oh, I spelled going wrong. Gray with an E. By who?
Wolf and Bear.
Wolf.
And they use the and sign, not spelling and.
That's how I was writing it too.
Oh, perfect.
Wait, the ampersand or the backwards 3?
The ampersand.
God damn it! That's not what I was writing.
Well, the backwards 3 isn't on a fucking keyboard.
Well, that's dumb. It should be. It's the preferred way of writing things.
But yeah, it's a. The 2 songs I know by them are both on this album, and I fucking love them. So I'm hoping the rest of the album lives up to that standard.
Hopefully we
This
don't have another-
album is actually being brought to us by our sponsor today, The Art of Ed. I'm not gonna advertise their stuff. I might bleep that actually.
You won't.
Probably not. Editing's not my forte.
You're the editor.
Yeah. I do a clap test, I sync it, and then I hit render. What more do you want out of me?
That's true.
But yeah, this was brought to us by the lovely M.
I look like a beaver. I do. I was looking at myself in the camera. I look like a fucking beaver.
All right. So if you know much about her music that she likes, you know what you're walking
It sounds
into.
like Nintendo garbage.
This isn't that, so I guess you only know a subset of her music. So
Well, all right. So you're the love of your life that hasn't broken your heart. I'm stabbing Terrence so many times right now in the back.
we're gonna r/sign off now.
Okay, well, yeah. So okay, that was pathetic. So yeah, this has been Surprisingly Music. Check us out. Check out all our other episodes where we do stuff, and Surprisingly Sober, where we talk shit and don't get hit.
Yeah.
And
And
then
our surprising SOTW shot of the week.
where we'll be doing Sabotage. You should see that before you see this. So
Yeah. Unless you're just not a fan of us and you watch our videos out of order.
which go fuck yourself.
No, watch the videos in the order that make you happy. Don't watch an album.
Your happiness doesn't matter to me. Fuck off. We're r/. Signing off.